Welcome to the Do What Is Necessary live stream. This is second live stream of 2023. Can you believe it? 2023 already. That is nuts. But I am all about getting back into the groove of things. So welcome to the show, Jennifer Bleem, my good friend. Man, can you believe it's been like a decade since we've known each other? That is absolutely crazy to me. She's in sunny Maryland. I am in rainy Ohio. Believe it or not, I did a 2-hour live stream with the Tech Tribe a couple hours ago, and it was lightning, thundering, all kinds of crazy stuff, which is kind of weird to me being in January. We've got storms like that rolling through. Oceande calling from Brooklyn, New York. Welcome. Mary Signorelli from Frisco, Texas. So Oceande, I'm super fancy, man. Let me tell you, we got all kinds of. We're gonna have fun today. Anyway, so Robert Gibbons, man, you rock. Joining me again from London and Manchester. He's on a train network. His train network is pants. I don't know what that means, man, but your train network is pants. But yeah, it's been crazy weather this year. Yeah, we go from, California. We had it a couple weeks ago. The what did they call it? What was that thing called? It got real cold for a few days. Man, what did they call it? Meteorologists are having all kinds of fun with that. I think it was like
bomb cyclone. That's it.
Bomb cyclone. So California has that now. We had that a couple weeks ago where it was below zero for a few days, everything iced up. And 3 or 4 days later, I had the air conditioning on in the studio. It was 70 degrees. So go figure. So Oceande, yes, if you're asking about the Tech Tribe webinar that I did a few hours ago, I just wrapped that up not even an hour ago. We went 2 hours talking all kinds of marketing. Growably, which is the CRM platform you get absolutely free with your Tech Tribe membership. So if you are an IT person and you would like a free CRM tool, which is absolutely awesome, link in description. TheTechTribe.com is one. Actually, it's orangenomad.com/Tech Tribe. Grab yourself 40% off the first month if you haven't done so already. If you're a member of the Tech Tribe, please put that in the comments as well. I know that a few of you have attended my live streams in the past. The Do What Is Necessary live stream is coming back in full force this year, and that is a lot of what the changes I want to talk about this year. I've had some major life updates since last year, and that's kind of what I want to get into as well and talk about today. Some of the changes I have coming up, some of the things that I plan on doing, and I would love to hear those of you who are watching on the live stream what you are up to today, this year, what your goals are, what your plans are, so we can maybe collaborate together. I look forward to that with all sincerity. So I want to talk about some of the life changes that I have had over the last year. Obviously, if you've watched my live streams, I didn't do too many last year. I moved into a 100-year-old house closer to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, where I am originally from. So I moved out of Columbus, Ohio. Still in Ohio, right on the edge of the Ohio-West Virginia border, about 40 minutes outside of Pittsburgh. But it's been cool. It's been exciting to be able to renovate, going all Bob Vila and stuff, doing some demo, all that kind of fun stuff. Obviously, the studio, as you see behind you, is finally done. I forgot to turn on half the lights. Anyway, studio's finally done. I am ready to rock and roll. We've got all of those major projects, plumbing, drainage, all that kind of fun stuff. So no more flooding in my basement. But one of the other big life changes that I made last year, I returned to Maine. My wife and I went back to Maine for a 2-week vacation back in, when was that? September. Hadn't been there in 20 years. We moved away in 20 years ago, back here to Ohio, West Virginia, where we're originally from. Haven't looked back, but we're out of Columbus, where we have been the last 20 years. We went from Maine to Columbus. So that is big life change number one. Moving spots, new studio, all that fun stuff. Second major life update for me was my son moved out of the house. So it's kind of a weird spot for me to be a empty nester for the first time. It's just weird. Jennifer, you could probably agree. I think you've still got some kids at home, but it is super weird to be not really a parent on a daily basis. Not have somebody around the house that you're responsible for. It's kind of weird after 18 years. But I feel that coaching of my son is done. He's out on his own. So I was able to help him through some things last year as he made that transition, and I wish him all the success. Now I am finally ready to get down to business and get back to things that energize me. Things that really make me happy. For the lack of a better word, I mean, I think it's been kind of weird the last couple years with COVID, coming out of COVID. 2022 was a kind of a weird year. I feel like we're all still walking around, kind of got sucker punched in the face, and some of us are still staggering a little bit, still trying to find what that post-pandemic life really is. Even though COVID's still kind of going around, I think we've all adjusted to the fact that we're kind of moving beyond that now as well. So Oceanda, he's going through the same thing for him. I don't know whether that's moving or the kids thing. Let me know in the comments, Oceanda. But yeah, it is surreal when your kids leave home, because I've always enjoyed being a teacher or enjoyed being a coach, and that's kind of one of life's most highly valued privileges to me was being a father, and didn't always do it perfectly, but I feel like I gave him the best start that I could. Most importantly, I taught him how to be an entrepreneur, and I feel like that's probably something school's not going to teach him. It's not something you're going to learn, but I feel good. I feel good in that I was able to teach him how to be an entrepreneur and how to take care of himself. He's obviously doing that. So I couldn't be happier about that. So Oceanda, man, 6 kids, man, almost all of them are gone. I grew up in a family of 6. I'm second oldest. So yeah, we have that in common, my friend, coming from big families. I'm not sure how big your family was growing up, but 6 kids is a lot of work. A lot of work. One was a lot of work for me. But yeah, definitely didn't do it all perfectly. Hey, we do the best we can. Sometimes that's tough when we're entrepreneurs and we got to run a business, manage a family, raise kids, all that fun stuff. And a lot of times there's not really a ton of help in that aspect. But yeah, that's kind of what I want to talk about today. Let's get into, again, I'm just going to be death by PowerPoint or anything like that. So I have a question for the audience that is tuning in. I've adopted this kind of mindset a few years ago, whether it's a theme or a word of the year or maybe words. I talked about this on my our Not an MSP podcast the other day. We talked about Richard Tubb gave us his 3 words for the year. But I'm curious to know whether or not you have a theme or maybe a word or words that you're adopting for 2023. And I'm going to share with you what my word is going to be here shortly. So please share that in the comments because I always like to see the interesting perspectives that we have, given that our audience is global and that a lot of people are going to be watching this on the replay. But I want to get into talking about, what my word of the year is going to be for me. Oceanda said he's one of 7. So, man, that's it. Yeah, we learn a lot growing up in big families. But we're at that time of year where people still really start analyzing their goals. They set New Year's resolutions. They set goals for the year. But I think some people, we tend to have that tendency to reflect and debrief on 2022. So I have a lot of folks that I've talked to that are kind of disappointed, dejected that they weren't able to reach their goals for 2022. And I think we as entrepreneurs carry a lot of that with our self-worth, our ability to achieve goals, our ability to move forward. We beat ourselves up tremendously when we're not able to reach our goals. And for me, it's tough. I mean, one of the things that was tough for me, especially on the coaching side of my business, especially last year. And I think I saw it more last year than I ever have with entrepreneurs, founders, being at a crossroads as to what they want to do, whether or not they want to continue doing the business that they're doing or how to improve the business that they're doing. I think a lot of it boiled down to finding joy in life again post-COVID. And I think that, like I said, I've been doing coaching for a while, but it has never become as acute as it has over the last year, where so many founders are at a crossroads where maybe they want to get out of the business they're in. Maybe they want to start another one. But again, going back to that self-worth thing, we feel like we're a failure if we decide to maybe abandon a project or a company that we started and go a different direction. So I really find a lot of entrepreneurs at that crossroads right now. And I see a lot of them, especially in the IT space, which I came from for 30 years. I see a lot of IT folks that are overworked. They're tired. They're frustrated. They're just absolute bags of stress. And I hate to see it. I hate to see entrepreneurs give up on their dreams because they're tired and they're frustrated. And that, for me, is what I want to help change in 2023. A lot of entrepreneurs aren't making the income that they should be out of a business. I mean, that's the whole reason we get into business, not necessarily to make billions of dollars, but we want to be able to provide a revenue stream so we can live the life that we want to live, that we deserve to live. And that's why we get into business for ourselves, so that we can have that. And I think a lot of people we're all hitting that thing with, the threat of recession, inflation, where our profit margins are being squeezed. We weren't getting paid enough in the first place, and that's becoming even more acute now with inflation. But a lot of people are at that crossroads where the demands of their time and their energy are just tapped, that they're just absolutely at that point. And it saddens me in one way, but it also excites me in another way, because I think we now have an opportunity to, for the first time in a few years, to really approach this year with a different mindset, with a different mentality, with a different energy than we've had the last couple years. And let me share. Jennifer shared her word of the year for. I like that, Jennifer. I like that a lot. I like the rise, the ability to rise. And I think, like I said, I think that really goes into what I'm seeing. And I know you do some coaching as well, Jennifer. That's kind of what I was seeing. We just feel like we've been on the mat for a while. And we feel like it's time to really stand back up and to be able to run with full tilt and to be able to run with enthusiasm and to be able to have a life that we want to have again. And I think we're there in 2023. I just honestly feel like this is our year. Mary's 7 of 7, another big family. So yeah, we learn a lot in big families. But for me, I kind of echo that sentiment. If you're just joining us, the question I asked a little bit ago was, do you have a word or a theme or words for the year that inspire you, that motivate you for the year coming? I'm going to share with you my word for 2023, and my theme of life, of business, everything I'm going to be about this year is calm. Because it's been anything less than calm, over the last couple of years. And for me, calm is not necessarily, it means different things for everybody. But for me, especially as an entrepreneur, our business and our personal life, there is no mix. Our business makes our personal life happen. So I don't think we really separate that. But for me, it is all about being calm. and I'm going to share with you in a couple minutes what my version of calm looks like and what calm means to me. Because calm means to me that, having a business that serves me. That's why we get into business. We're not supermen, we're not superwomen, but I know what it's like to run a business and feel like the weight of the world is on your shoulders and you're the only one that is able to solve the problems in your business and personal life. And I know the weight of being an entrepreneur, that it's lonely. It is lonely at times where people let's face it, our families just don't understand. My parents and my in-laws have told me, we've all heard that you need to get a real job thing. So being an entrepreneur is a lonely place. Running a business is a lonely place. But for me, I want to get back to where I can stand tall and stand strong. That for me is what calm means. And that it means freedom. It means freedom for me. Running a business, that's what it means to me. Oceanda, I like that. Focus. Yeah, I like that a lot. Focus is rise, focus. Let's see here. James Steele's hanging out outside of Burger King over in the UK. He's trying to catch up with Rob. Anyway, Mary's theme is put your mask on first. Take care of yourself so you can take care of others. I like that. Because it's true. We can't help anybody else if we're not taking care of ourselves. And that kind of dovetails into what I've seen. And like I said, it's become more acute in the last year, where the stress, the anxiety, just mental health, personal health has been challenged. But I want to take it past February 1st. And we all know that New Year's resolutions, I forget what the statistic was on that. It was something crazy, like 68 to 75% of people give up on their New Year's resolutions after February 1st. And that's what I want to change this year. Oceande agrees with you there, Mary. That's one of his goals as well. So I want this to go beyond just jumping on a treadmill in January and then jumping back off in February when it comes to taking care of your health. That is one of my plans. I've put on a few COVID pounds since we moved here, more than I have in the last couple of years. So that is for me. That's one of the life changes that I'm going to make. I'm going to work on being more active. Yes, I'm going to be doing a lot of live streaming, a lot of coaching, a lot of teaching, but I'm going to be a bit more active. And now that I've got my taste of traveling again, we're going to kick in the nomad side of Orange Nomad a bit more this year, and I'm excited about that. And again, just kind of talking about if you've watched any of my live streams before, the thing that I'm going to work on this year is being more effective versus being productive. I know I've been a heavy proponent of productivity and tools and systems and process, but I think that there's a huge difference between being productive and being effective. Because most productivity gurus will teach you that you need to do more. And for me, it's about doing less. It's about doing less things, but doing more of the things that I love. And that is this year. That is the big change that I'm going to be making this year. And this was an interesting, kind of a clip that I took out of one of the books that I was reading. It says, when people focus on productivity, they end up focusing on being busy. Being productive is about filling your schedule to the brim and getting as much done as you can. But down below there, I don't know whether you can see it, it said being effective is about finding more of your time unoccupied and open for other things besides work. And that is what being calm means to me. I want to focus my time on less things, but more effective things, not just about being productive. And again, if you have goals around productivity, put those in the comments. So, I want this to be kind of an open discussion, but I just wanted to put this out there and share what I'm going to do this year so that I can have accountability for those of you who are watching this show live and those of you who are watching it on the replay, what my theme is, what my goals are. And then I'm going to do a recap at the end of the year and see how well I did. Again, not to beat myself up, but just as a checkpoint, a marker in my maturity, if you will. This old dog's been around for a while. Jennifer's going to be working on margin. So yeah, excellent. One to work on. And again, I think it's that comes along with the game, and that's kind of what I wanted to be, and more effective with the things that I do, and being able to make a bigger impact. Jennifer wanted to know what the book I had mentioned was. I'll have to go dig that one up. I feel like that was one of the ones that the guys from Base Camp wrote, but I can't remember which book it was, Jennifer. I will find it and send it to you. I know how to find you. So, anyway, what I want to share with you today is kind of what I'm going to put in place as that theme to be able for myself, and what we're launching this week to be able to help others. Those of you who are watching the show, those of you who support this channel and have been with me since the beginning, like Robert Gibbons. I've been busy working on something to be able to help people through what we're about to go through. I've run businesses through multiple recessions. I think this is the third or fourth recession that I've lived through while running a business. I lived through Y2K. I lived through 9/11. We've lived through a pandemic now. The list of things that I've been through while running a business are kind of epic. And it's some folks, this is their first dealt, with a recession. Some of the folks that have run businesses, these are the first challenges they've had over the last couple of years trying to run a business and dealing with inflation that we haven't seen in a long time. But for me, I want to share today, a framework that I have been working on over the last year or so, and I call it the Calm Business Framework. And this for me is going to be the basis of how I operate my business going forward. This is going to be the basis by which I operate and help other entrepreneurs like you. And for me, calm means different things for everybody, like I mentioned. But for me, calm is all about, systems and process and being able to take the things that we've been told are the way that we should run a business, the way that we should live our life. So for me, that the basis of the framework that I've been working on over this for the last 18 months. But it's about unlearning at the base level and then being able to build the systems and process on top of it, and then being able to tweak and fine tune things so that we go from a place of chaos down here to a place of calm up here. So this is my chaos to calm framework for being able to run a business. And I've tested this on myself. I've been a guinea pig while running this over the last 18 months. And I can tell you that running this, it's been quite effective, because last year I went and tallied it up. I was able to take literally half of the year off where I didn't make content, didn't really work on focusing on the business, but I made as much money last year as I did the year before while working less. So that really helped me to believe in the framework and the fact that I think this can work, and I think this can work for others. So that is what I am about this year, is living this framework myself, going back through it, fine-tuning it, and having a business that serves me. That is what I'm all about. I don't want to run a business for the sake of running a business. You probably have seen that, my team Orange. I've had quite a few people asking me what that is. So I wanted to share with you that one of the things that we are doing this year is I am launching a very high touch coaching community. And that is what I am all about this year, is spending time coaching other entrepreneurs, helping other entrepreneurs go from chaos to calm in their business, using this framework, using weekly coaching and using a weekly framework to be able to help you go through that process, to be able to manage things. And I'll show you a little bit more about that in a minute. But my whole idea with this is to be able to make your business you independent, and being able to build systems and process around that, so that, like for me, I didn't set goals last year. There was the first year where I did not set any goals. I worked on building systems. I worked on building systems that provide income. I worked on systems that allowed me to take half the year off and my business to continue to be able to run. And that is what I want to share with people this year, is show you how to do those things and how to design a business that works for you, so that you're spending your time working in your business instead of on your business. And working in the business or just the opposite. Instead of working in the business, you're working on the business. Got that backwards. Anyway, but the whole point is being able to design frameworks and systems that you can create processes either for yourself or to have other people. That is the whole goal of having a business, is to have a business that serves you. Being an entrepreneur isn't about actually doing the work, even though if you're a solopreneur, that's great. Don't let anybody, that's the part of unlearning. It's okay to have a lifestyle business. It's okay to be a solopreneur. There are so many things that we can do now to make a living, where don't let anybody tell you different. If you're able to make a living that suits you and live a life that suits you, that is what this whole show is about, is doing what is necessary. And, this is going to be all about helping you build systems. This is what I love. This is what gets me jazzed. And I know Jennifer, if you're still watching this, I know she's the same way. I love creating systems and process. That's why I spent two hours on a Tech Tribe call a couple hours ago today. And I did one last night. We went like an hour and a half. I show people how to create systems that work for you inside your business. That's what I love. That's what gets me jazzed. That is where I get my energy from. And that's what I want to spend my time doing this year. Because I want to have, help people spend quality time working on their business. Instead of being the technician, instead of, feeling like you are absolutely trapped inside your business, to have something you get excited about getting up and doing every day. And being able to build systems that work for you, and being able to build things inside your business that you can take into your personal life. Because like I said, being an entrepreneur, our business and personal life it's just life. There is no separation when you're an entrepreneur. And that's fine. I've come to terms with that. But it's being able to have that calm and that inner peace and that joy. That's what I want to get back to. I want to get back to that for my business, and I want to share that with other people. And that's where I think this coaching community that I'm working on is going to be the lifeblood of the entrepreneurs that I help. And I'm going to take a very small group. I've been part of large thousands and thousands and thousands of member organizations and communities, and I don't want that. To me, calm is smaller. Calm is better. Is a tighter, focused, and being able to help less people. And that's what I want to do. We're going to be doing this through virtual co-working sessions where we sit down and actually work on stuff live like we're doing right now. We're going to have, every single week this year, I'm going to have something going on, whether it's virtual office hours, virtual co-working sessions, live Q&As, where we're going to cover everything from Canva to ClickUp to whatever it is, any sales and marketing and creating funnels, all of those things that we have to deal with as a business owners. That's the stuff I want to spend every single week doing. And that's what I want it to be. I want it to be with a small group of entrepreneurs that I can help every day, that I can help move forward to a place where they have calm for themselves. That's, like I said, that's what I want to share. And again, we've already got calendar packed, and I'll show you that in a minute. We've got our whole content calendar for the entire year planned out inside the community because this is what I want it to be. I don't want our businesses to be something that we feel like we're on a leash. I hate walking my dog. I hate that. I hate being yanked around by something, a four-legged creature. But that's just me. Yeah, so Oceanda says, he's in. Jennifer loves systems. Yeah, it is. I like I said, that's the stuff I geek out about. So we're going to live streaming. That's a lot of people have asked me about that. We're going to cover that inside the community because I think it's a very awesome tool that if done right can really make a difference for your business. So yeah, I'm with you, Jennifer. Fewer, better things with fewer, better people. I love that. Love it. Love it. So which part to this point resonates the most with you? Put that in the comments because, for me, like I said, this is what I want to share. I want to put this out there publicly that this is what I'm going to do and hold myself to it and get the accountability that I want for myself. So yeah, drop that in the comments. We'll talk about that. But yeah, I gave our website a facelift since last, let's say when we went January 1st, we went live with the new site. Because I've been an underdog entrepreneur my whole life, so I know what that feels like. I come from a very poor family in a a coal mining steel town in the Ohio River in West Virginia. So I didn't have any legs up. I didn't have any silver spoons. I didn't have any help along the way. But I've been an entrepreneur since I was 8 years old. I know, like I said, I've been through multiple recessions. I know what it's like to run a business through tough times, but I also know the joy of being able to run a business as an underdog and to feel like you can compete with anybody. That's what I've been doing my whole life, and that's what I know how to do best. I know how to be scrappy. I know how to knuckle down, work through problems, deal with anxiety, deal with pressure, deal with burnout. That's what I know all those trials and tribulations of being a entrepreneur. And that's what, like I said, that my entire goal is calm for everyone. Are you ready to be a calm, unstoppable CEO? That is what I'm all about this year. I'm focusing everything down to one effort, and that is it. All my eggs are in this basket to be able to help entrepreneurs. Because, I know that there's others on here that are just with me, that being an underdog, where we didn't have, nobody funded our first business. We funded it by going out and selling stuff and learning how to be grit and hustle and working hard and having work ethic that no one can challenge. That's where I come from. That's what, I want to be able to share. And this is right here. I've been through those, hustle and grind, work your face off, all of that guru mentality that's been out there, that's been puked on us as entrepreneurs. I'm not about that. So if you're looking for that, this isn't it. This is about, for me, calm is family first. Calm is more independence. Calm is sustainable habits, not the work until you're dead thing. And by all means, calm is joyful. That's what business means to me. That's what calm means to me. That's what I want my personal life to be all about. Yeah, it's Anthony Julian, you hit the nail on the head. Building systems to create unstoppable income. And I think that's exactly it. Building the systems to do that. Yeah, so Jennifer, yes, you're doing the same thing, Jennifer. You're building a business that brings you joy. That kills the comparison syndrome and is a phenomenal KPI. Yeah, it is. And again, I think folks like you, Jennifer, are what I want to bring into the community, because I think, you and I have known each other for a decade. You're now running your own business. We know the trials of running business, whether it's an IT business or a sales and marketing business. That's it. We know it. Oceanda, yeah, fellow underdog entrepreneur. That's what it's all about. And I think for me, that's what I want to create with this community are folks that get it. that folks that get that it's not going to be guaranteed. Success is not going to be guaranteed for you, that we have to make our own success. And that is what this community is going to be all about for me. So yeah, I'll just show you here. If you go to orangenomad.com and just hover over the uncoaching, you're going to see everything's going to be, I've got all my courses in there, but the Team Orange community is going to be built around coaching. This isn't going to be courses that you just take or not take, that you spend money for and never implement. That's not what this is. We're going to be doing live sessions every single week like this, where we're doing things live together, where you can collaborate with fellow doers instead of, like I said, I could easily sell courses all day long, and I've created, as you can see there, I've created, that's just a half dozen of the courses I've created, my, best winners. I'm not about, I will continue to create courses, but this is going to be completely different. This is going to be completely different than anything that I've done, because this is all about helping people live. And that's what I want to do. I don't want to do a cohort that we do every couple months. This is going to be every single week, moving you forward and having a place where we can go. This is not going to be a Facebook group. I'll show you inside the community in a minute. This is a dedicated place for you to go and get things done. Because like I said, I know the journey is hard to be an entrepreneur, and I've already mentioned it. Friends and family don't get it. But these are going to be our goals together. Our shared goals together are going to be about creating relationships for the long term. It's going to be about finding resonance among a community of entrepreneurs that get it, and giving each other the ability to have reach. And most importantly, as you tied into it already, Anthony and Jennifer, this is going to be about creating revenue. That's why we're in business. And this is going to be about helping each other be able to do that continually with a system and process in place. The calm business process, calm business framework is going to be the basis by which we do everything. And that is what I'm going to help you implement inside your business. Like I said, this is a screenshot of the inside of the member portal. But like I said, this is not a Facebook group. This is not someplace where you're going to go and you get sidetracked by cat videos and random political posts and all of the cesspool garbage that is Facebook or a Discord channel. That is not what this is. So again, we're going to be doing things differently, with this. Like I said, with the virtual co-working sessions, live Q&As, I've got some after dark sessions. I've got some folks who are going to come in. I say after dark, it's going to be after dark for me. May not be after dark for you. But I'm going to be bringing people along that can kind of give us the behind the scenes and actually the nitty gritty of running a business, not just an IT business, but I think it's important for us to learn from multiple businesses. That's how I've become most successful with the businesses that I've run, is not necessarily taking all of the advice from the people inside of the niche or the market that I'm serving. I have learned the most by looking broader, by looking at different markets that help me serve the one that I am serving the best. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to be bringing in experts to be able to do just that. So that's, inside the member community, this is what it looks like. Again, I zoomed out a bit, but yeah, everything's going to be in here, where we're going to have a community. All of the calls are going to be in here, all the monthly trainings. You'll have access to all the courses that I showed you on the other page. You'll have access to everything that I've already done and everything that we're going to be putting out this year and well beyond. You'll have access to a swipe file, and I think that's super important to shortcut the process. So whether that's a ClickUp template, a Canva template, a document or a checklist, whatever it is, we're going to compile that together as a community to be able to share, to be able to save everybody the time and effort that it takes to run a business. And again, like I said, we're going to go in here, and if you need feedback, you're going to ask for that in here. We're going to share our wins. We're going to showcase what we do so that we can all buy each other's products and services. That's what underdog entrepreneurs do. But again, this is not going to be a Facebook group. This is the Team Orange site where you're going to be able to come in and actually get work done and get things done. And like I said, that is what I am 100% dedicated to this year, is being able to do just that. This is our content calendar, by the way. This is March. We're doing a launch between now and the end of the month, and I'm only taking. I am capping this coaching community at 200. I will not go any larger than 200. And this first intake runs through the end of the month. So if you want to jump in, great. Otherwise, you may have to wait till we do a next intake. But yeah, once it hits 200, the doors won't open again until somebody bows out, and then we'll have a spot open. Because, like I said, for me, like Jennifer said, fewer better things with fewer better people. That's what this is all about. This is going to allow me to be able to focus the time, effort, and attention you need, and that we all need, being able to run our business. So we got office hours. We got a workshop coming up next week. We've got more office hours, a co-working session at the end of the month, and another workshop at the beginning of February. One of the things I didn't mention was focus sprints. That was something I've added in. We're going to spend 2 weeks working on a very specific problem or something that you want to accomplish inside your business. And we are going to work on that together over a 2-week span, where we actually push each other to move forward on specific things inside of our businesses. And the members inside the community are going to be able to choose what we actually work on. And then we're going to do that. We're going to hold each other accountable over those 2 weeks to make sure that we actually move the needle forward in our businesses. So, that we're going to be doing those each quarter. So there's February, here's March. We got another focus sprint in April, and that's going to run through the beginning of May. I'm taking June 1st off. That's my anniversary. So as you can see, I'm not doing anything that week because, like I said, calm is family first. In June, we're going to run that all the way through this summertime. And then we're going to do another focus sprint right as school returns, at least here in the States, to be able to push you through and get you ready for the fourth quarter to be able to close out the year strong and be able to do that. And we're going to do another focus sprint, which is going to help us get ready to close the year and go into next year. This is all going to be about building momentum to do that. So anyway, so if you have any questions on that, please put that in the comments. If you're watching this on the replay, put that in the comments as well. But I wanted to put out there what I am doing and why I think this is going to be different than just any other community. And like I said, I belong to communities. I help manage the communities. Some of them are quite large, and you can kind of get lost in the noise at times. And as an underdog entrepreneur, that's not what I want for you, to get lost in the shuffle. I want to be able to help you and be able to pull you up when times are rough and be able to pull each other up when times are rough. Because I'm not going to lie, 2023 might be a challenge in that sense. But I think it's time. I'm ready. I'm ready to rise to the occasion. I'm ready to have fun in business again. I'm ready to take all of the stuff that's inside this head of mine and be able to share it only with 200 people. I'm going to be doing live streams like this throughout the year, sharing some of this. But again, we're going to get into the nitty gritty. We're going to get into the actual work stuff and the sharing stuff inside the community. Anyway, so that is what I am doing. Let me know in the comments too what big goals that you have and that you're going to be working on. Because whether you're in the community or not, I want to be able to help people. And Jennifer knows that. She's known me for a long time. Oceanda, I think you've known me a couple of years. You know that that's what I'm all about, is helping people. And having fun doing it is what I'm ready to get back to. And like I said, I think 2023 is the year. I honestly do feel like this is the year. But I wanted to do this live stream just to let you know the pivot that I'm making. One of the other things that I am contemplating too is Orange Nomad Media. I had a lot of people ask me about what we do here with the live streaming. I had like 4 or 5 people on the Tech Tribe call a couple hours ago that want to know, how do I live stream, the cameras, all that fun stuff. So we're going to be doing some work behind the scenes on that. But we may get into doing some remote production of events like this for you if you're interested. But again, we're going to give first come, first serve to the 200 folks that are inside of the community, obviously. But those are all the things I'm looking forward to sharing, because I've been live streaming since April Fool's Day of 2020, and for me, it's been therapy for me in a lot of ways, because I am an INFJ introvert, and this does not come naturally to me. But I found that I enjoy it immensely. Being able to talk and communicate, being able to help people through this medium right here has been awesome. And I'm excited to finally be back in a situation. The studio's done. I'm ready to hit the pedal to the metal here in 2023. And I would love to have you join me. Love to be able to help you move that needle forward in your business. So anyway, I feel good. I'm back in that rhythm. I was kind of a little bit rusty, hadn't done too many. Oceanda, I like it. Is there an upgrade path available? Yeah, you can join for 3 months if you want. That's why I've got that, so that if you wanted to jump in for 3 months, get your feet wet, try it out, see if it's right for you. You're welcome to do that. Obviously, if you sign up for a year, you get, basically 2 months for free. But yeah, I've got different packages depending on how much access that you want to me, but our standard package will be for most entrepreneurs. But yeah, if you want to start there, just try it out for 3 months. Oceanda, I'd love to have you, love to help you work on your business, move it forward. But yeah, like I said, if you want to start there, try it out and build from there. You're welcome to. Love to have you. But if you happen to catch this on the replay and have questions, put those in the comments. I do monitor all the comments from these live streams. But anyway, I've done that. I've made myself accountable here. I've made myself accountable here by putting it on camera. So, okay, he said I meant to go from standard to VIP to comprehensive. Yeah, you can upgrade at any time. Whatever works for you. That's why I kind of did the 3 packages. And again, it's based upon how much access you want to me, want with me. Standard package is going to give you everything that I just talked about, plus a quarterly one-on-one call with me. The VIP package is going to be a little bit more in there. You're going to get monthly calls with me. The comprehensive or the executive package is weekly calls with me, in addition to everything else we're doing. But VIP, I'm going to be doing some secret VIP experiences with some. Anyway, I won't bust into that, but yeah, I've got some stuff there. Let me go back over just to kind of show you those as well. Yeah, the executive too. We're going to be doing 4 virtual events, and you can, again, if you go to orangenomad.com /team-orange, it'll take you here. But those are all of the things you're going to get. We're also going to be doing some executive retreats, 2 in person, hopefully this year, because I think we can finally get back to doing that, 2 in person and 2 virtual. But yeah, you can start out with standard Oceanda, but like I said, all total, any of the packages, I'm only taking 200 of any flavor, if you will. But yeah, you're welcome to join us. And like I said, that's why I wanted to do it for a quarter. Try us out for 3 months. See how you like it. See how we're able to move your business. And then we can upgrade from there if you want to continue on. If not, we'll open up a spot for somebody else. But yeah, I'd love to have you. Hopefully that answered your question, my friend. Awesome. Yeah, you said got it. But anyway, we're also going to be offering, the ability. I know us underdog entrepreneurs, we tend to stick together. So I'm also setting it up so that you can kind of supplement your community costs by sharing this with fellow underdog entrepreneurs. So we're going to be setting that up so that you can have kind of refer to other underdog entrepreneurs. Because like I said, we underdogs stay together. And at least for me, I feel most comfortable being around the guys and gals who just kind of get it, the working class entrepreneur, if you will. All right, my voice is about ready to give out. I've been on live for almost 4 hours today. My voice is just about done. But again, I wanted to go out publicly, tell you what I'm doing, go on record as to what I'm doing, and please, if you follow me, hold me accountable to it. But you're going to see a lot more of Orange Nomad this year than you did last or the year before. That's just what I showed you with the calendar. There's just what we have in Team Orange. I've got a lot more coming on this channel, on LinkedIn, on YouTube, but a ton more stuff to be able to help you, even if you can't join the community right now, maybe at a future time. So that is it for me. Thank you so much for hanging out. I appreciate those of you who join me live and those of you who are watching on the replay. Thank you. But here is to a calm year for everybody. Thank you, Oceania. Have a calm greatness day. You as well, my friend Jennifer. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for all that you do for the IT community. Yeah, and again, Mary, James Steele, who else was on here? Robert, if you're still listening, maybe you and James have caught up to each other. Maybe at the Burger King, I don't know. And Anthony Julian, missed you, yes. Thank you for joining me. But until next time, I'll see you on the next stream, which will be real soon. Those of you who are in the Tech Tribe, I will see you even sooner. You'll see me inside the tribe very regularly, like you have. But we got a lot more planned with the Tech Tribe folks as well this year. So thank you again. I appreciate all of you who listen and support this channel. I appreciate you. I'll see you on the next episode.